Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So it seems like PlayStation has delayed its event for the PS5 and they have tweeted two tweets recently talking about the current situation in the United States regarding the death or the murder, to be more precise, of George Floyd. And I have to be clear on here. Of course, I denounce that, and there is a real issue with black people being somehow targeted by the police in the United States. But there is something here that's getting a little bit more political than it should be. And I will say my opinion regardless. Okay, so first they tweet, "We denounce systemic racism," and please focus on this word, systemic racism. So they're saying that this is something that is systemic in probably the government or the constitution or whatever the case may be. So when you're talking about systemic, something that is systemic, you're talking about something that is deeply ingrained into the institutions. And I can't vouch for this. I can't say that this is 100% true or 100% untrue. There are problems, but this word is a little bit too political and a little bit too difficult to use, especially from a company like PlayStation. And they carry on and violence against the black community. We will continue to work towards a future marked by empathy and inclusion and stand with our black creators, players and employees, families and friends. And then the hashtag Black Lives Matter. And of course they have delayed their event and they have said, "We have decided to postpone the PlayStation 5 event scheduled for June the 4th. While we understand gamers worldwide are excited to see PS5 games, we do not feel that right now is a time for celebration, and for now we want to stand back and allow more important voices to be heard." This one is written really good without getting too much into politics, but the former one, which is this one, is too political. And what I mean by that, so for example, if you look at what Black Lives Matter, go to their website about, so they define themselves as following: Black Lives Matter was founded in 2013 in response to the acquittal of Trayvon Martin's murderer. Black Lives Matter Foundation Incorporation is a global organization in the US, UK and Canada whose mission is to eradicate white supremacy. So like really big words here. And build local powers to intervene in violence inflicted on black communities by the state and vigilance. So the state, so they're clearly saying here that the state is doing this. You see, so this is where it gets too political and where I really don't like this, but I think I'll have to talk about it no matter what. Whether people agree or disagree, I just will voice my opinion in a way. And they continue by combating and countering acts of violence, creating space for black imagination and innovation, and centering black joy. We are winning immediate improvements in our lives. And then, of course, there is a real issue that black people suffer from. I cannot deny that. But this tweet here is very political. So this is like taking sides. And for a company like PlayStation to take sides in a political debate, this is really bad. In my opinion, it's too bad. I don't want politics to get into games, whether it's, you know, from the left or from the right or from whatever it is. Games should just be games and focus on gameplay, gaming in general, to unite people and not to create more disagreements between players. Then one guy here says systematic racism doesn't exist. I fully agree with that. It's very hard to say that, you know, for example, the states in the United States of America is doing systematic racism. That's a very big claim that has to be really founded on something irrefutable, and there has been a big political debate over this in the years. But I cannot imagine that right now I'm making a video about politics because video games are involved. And one guy just here tweeted, probably as a joke, saying, "Good, now give all black people the PS5 for free." Yeah, you can dream about it. And then one guy here says, "Delay the event on June the 4th, which they already did, if you're really about it." Again, did PlayStation stop events when there were wars going on in other parts of the world? This is really, I don't know. I'm just going to keep this to myself. I don't want to get too deep into it. And then another guy says, "How does them having an event mean they don't care about Black Lives Matter?" And here a quote from Morgan Freeman. I think this one is a very eloquent one. And he says, "How do we stop racism? Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man, and I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man." And that's totally true. That's 100% correct. Yeah, we don't need to call each other by our races. It doesn't mean anything. But yeah, we still have those things, for example, in identity cards or license plates. For example, in the United States, it states your ethnicity, which I don't understand why, but it is what it is. All in all, I think just PlayStation going into this with a political statement is really bad, very bad for them, because it's just going to create more dissonance and more divisiveness, while at this time we need to be more united and we need to find real solutions and not just looting in the name of a person who was murdered. Do you think that George Floyd would have liked to see what's going on right now? I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching, and please tell us your opinions. It's always about a discussion. It's not taking sides here. And thank you again. Of course, if you liked the video, you can like it. If you disliked it, you know what to do. And subscribe for more. I will talk to you again soon. Have a good one.